they're getting kicked, they're getting spit on. It's crazy to see that we're going into a field like this, and hopefully that I don't get in a fight on my shift. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to my first video of my YouTube channel. We're going to be talking about nursing, but not educational on this channel. We're going to talk about the culture, the trends, the movement that's going on. Also have a podcast called The Mercer Station on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And I've been on the New York Times for being a flight nurse during COVID. So my career has been pretty crazy.
Wow. Crazy.
Over the last 7 years. And even right now, I'm taking a break from nursing. And this kind of leads into the topic of my first video. So we all know, or hopefully we all know, and it's kind of out there, even if you're not in medicine, that nursing is a high stressful job. But it's high stress, and I like the high stress if I'm out there helping people safely. Nurses out here now are understaffed. They have unequal patient to nurse ratio. What's really sad to me when I went back to the hospital is that new grad nurses were put into these situations, and that's all they know. I don't want new nurses work so hard and get their license, go through all this stress, and then just lose it. That would suck. But I do want to advocate for other nurses, and hopefully this video can relate to other nurses out there. A lot of nurses go through burnout, and I'm pretty burnt out from the career right now. The main point of this video is why nurses are leaving bedside and why I left bedside. Now, one big thing that got me really burnt out and seeing it everywhere is nurses getting physically abused. They're getting punched in the face, they're getting kicked, they're getting spit on. It's crazy to see that we're going into a field like this, and hopefully that I don't get in a fight on my shift. Quick Google search, and Duke Health nurse security guard assaulted by patient. And then a real big one I saw was 2 nurses assaulted each hour on average. And that was my first part of Google. I found that in the first 30 seconds, the first 2 clicks. And yeah, sure, it happens. It's probably happened to a lot of seasoned nurses that some kind of physical altercation has happened at work. But the one thing that gets me is a lot of the times they will blame the staff for the situation that happened. What have we could have done differently? I don't know. I can't go in the room with boxing gloves and a whole face protection and a vest. That's what I would do differently. And if you're a nurse for more than a year, you probably went through Nurses Week. Nurses will literally get a gift during Nurses Week that's a rock that I've seen, or candy like lifesavers, and then with a little note that says, "Hey, you're a lifesaver."
Okay.
I probably got spit on in the ICU or in the ED, and I get a rock. I don't know what's worse, the rock or what just happened with the physical altercation. We go through a lot of stress. We all go through a lot of physical harm and mental stress as nurses, and it's kind of scary. Another quick Google search that 500,000 nurses are leaving at the end of 2020. We also have 90% of nurses plan to leaving the profession next year. And if you're not a nurse out there, that's just I'll be scared to go to a hospital because who's going to take care of you, you know? So I don't know. But this job is amazing a lot of the times. I'm not just trying to whine out there. We actually do help people a lot of the times, and they're very appreciative, and I do love that. It's very rewarding to me.
Nice.
Need to change, and for the culture that does need to turn around, the things I would suggest would be keeping nurses safe, hiring and paying nurses adequately, having proper staff instead of freaking rocks. We can get the administrators or the kind of maybe people higher up in higher management just to help out on the unit. They may not have a nursing license because they may be a CEO, but they can be on the front lines with us once in a while just to show that they have our backs. You know, some personal stuff that I did to kind of de-stress is I meditate, I work out, I hung out with friends in a very healthy way.
I'm so alone.
And now I create a YouTube channel just to talk about this, and I already feel better talking to you guys, and you guys for coming to listen. I appreciate it. Stay tuned. This is not just a nursing channel. It's going to be my vlogging channel as well. So we're going to do a lot of stuff on this channel. I'm glad you watched my first one. Peace. Thank you so much.
Yeah.